Death. Toastmaster Akash Shetty, death. Over to you, Akash.
Okay, am I audible and visible? All right. So, what are you afraid of? Afraid? Me? Nah, bro. I'm not afraid of anything. In fact, fear should be afraid of me. Should I remind you of the time you were so scared when your dad found out about your results? That doesn't count. Everyone's afraid of their dad, right? Well, I'm not. Fine. What are you afraid of? Well, I haven't thought about it much yet, but the thing that comes to my mind immediately is death. I think I'm afraid of death. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. What are you all afraid of? And please don't tell me you aren't afraid of anything like my friend Aryan did. He can be a bit of a narcissist sometimes. Let me take you back on a trip that I had with my friends. The plan was simple, all right? Aryan, me, and a couple of other friends would hop on our bikes, ride through the beautiful trails of Kur, stay at a friend's place, go on a trek, and come back. Simple? Easy? Well, not at all. You see, the bike ride to Coorg was amazing. There's a different kind of thrill to riding through the winding roads, lush green hills on one side and a steep drop on the other, with every turn making your heart race a bit more. The problem was not the ride, but the trek, and I'll tell you why. We made it to our friend's place, got to work setting up the camp. We pitched our tents, got the barbecue going, and broke out the juice. You know, some healthy, harmless hydration. Now, Aryan, being the adventure enthusiast of the group, decided to demonstrate what he called proper trekking form. He even added, "This is done by a trained professional. Please do not try this at home." And we were like, "Brother, you've had too much juice. You should sleep. Don't act like this on the trek tomorrow." And he goes, "Hey, tomorrow you see, bro, I am going to become a mountain goat only." I let you all decide how that went. The next morning, we set off on the trek. It started off simple, just a trail through the trees, a bit of mud, no big deal. But then we hit this steep stretch of rocks that looked like it was designed to make you question your life choices. Aryan kept showing off his skills, and to everyone's surprise, he had actually become a mountain goat. He was racing ahead, almost defying gravity. And I thought, my dumb brain thought, if Aryan can do it, how hard can it be? So I decided to mimic him. Big mistake. I took one big leap, stumbled over the rocks, and went down like a sack of potatoes. And I don't know how many of you have had a bad fall before, and but for those who don't know, let me tell you, it's like watching a YouTube video on 0.25x speed. And all this while I thought Bollywood dramatized falls, but no. Take away the music, and that's a very accurate representation of a fall. I kept falling and rolling. I could hear my friends shouting in slow motion, leaves rustling, and maybe even bones breaking. I don't know. And my only thought was, is this it? By the time I stopped, I had scraped my knee, bruised my ego, and discovered just how solid the ground really was. Thankfully, I survived. I mean, clearly, but I could have died. And when I thought about this, that wasn't the only moment on the trip that I felt like that. Even on the ride to Kur, there were these close calls, moments where the road twisted just right or a vehicle came too close. Each time I would get that brief flash of panic, thinking, what if? Just think to yourselves, are you afraid of the dark, the ocean, public speaking, cockroaches and lizards, embarrassment, or something else entirely? I believe all fears are just different versions of one thing. In my case, it's not the fall that I feared, it's the loss of control. It's the possibility that this might be it, whether it's heights, the dark, or even being on a plane. Deep down, it's the fear of not surviving and being face to face with our mortality. After that day on that trek, I decided I want to reach a stage in life where if death knocks at my door, I should be ready to leave without any regrets. And ever since that day, I've started doing things that make me genuinely happy. And I started keeping people close. Because for me, it's not about denying death, it's about living a life that makes me feel ready when death finally arrives. That night after the trek, we gathered around the campfire, the flames dancing as we shared our stories, grilled our food, and sipped on our juice. The sky was so clear, the stars brighter than I had ever seen. I had one hand on my scraped knee, and that's when the conversation between my friend Aryan and I unfolded. Fine, what are you afraid of then? Aryan asked. And I replied, well, I haven't thought about it much yet, but the thing that comes to my mind immediately is death. I think I'm afraid of death. And don't get me wrong, I'm not afraid of death for myself. I'm afraid for the people I love, for the things I won't finish. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid of dying before defining who I am. Damn, bro. That went straight over my head. I don't know what you said, but whatever it was very cool. Yes, Aryan. And to make it cooler, death can have me when it earns me. And when will death earn me? When I've left my mark and when I've done what I came here to do. Thank you, and back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Oh, you definitely made your mark, Akash. It was lovely listening to you, but more of that will follow when I will be providing my evaluation. I want